boys about to go live. I hope y'all ready. We better have some fun. Hey, sons, are y'all ready?
Are you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
Today's bus coming, you on the way.
What's going on? What's going on, family, on this Friday night? Hey. Appreciate y'all tonight. Hit that like button as you come in. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Join the membership. We looking for 20 more members to join the membership. Help us out if you can. We getting ready to talk about Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. I'm telling y'all, listen. Shedeur Sanders will dominate in his second year as the Cleveland Brown quarterback. He gonna start. When you listen to Cleveland media, they throwing out Anthony Richardson now. they don't went from every quarterback available. Anybody but Shedeur. It's the anybody but Shedeur tour. They got to be crazy. They got to be crazy. But anyway, we're gonna let it play out. They can talk about it all they want. I know that Shedeur Sanders is going to be that starting quarterback. Andrew Bear ain't crazy. He's not crazy. Let me say hello to the chat before I get started. Miss Jackson, what's going on? Is in the building. Shedeur is going to be fine. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Miss B. Jackson said, favorite Friday, B. Watson. Yep. Philip Hawkins is in the building. Yes, he will. Shedeur at number 1. Yeah, he is. He is. Patty Lee, what's going on? My dog, the one and only. I love CC is in the building. Yep. Walking down 12. We walking them down step by step. What's up, Main 94? What's going on? What's up with you? Reverend Ness is in the building. Appreciate it, Rev. Mac Attack, what's up? What's going on? What's going on, Miami? Miss y'all yesterday. Yeah, had a little church celebration for the elders. They had a Valentine dinner, so I had to be out there for that. But I want to thank Greg and JR. They did a great job. Thank y'all for supporting them. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yep, Miss Don Adam is in the building. Miss Val Cleveland, what's up? Joyful, what's going on? Yeah. We finna set this thing off in a few minutes. Lisa G, what's going on? Doing all right? Yeah, I can't wait. Rev, I want to reach through my phone here and Matt McChinley talk about Prime Street. Hey, damn, I'm missing that. You know what? I got to start back on my Colorado. I think I'm gonna start tomorrow. My Colorado. Yeah, hey, Miami, anybody but 12. Man, they talking about Anthony Richards, big dog. Anthony Richards. I said, dog. They threw it to Deshaun Watson. They had that one day. Mary Kay, she put that out there. I'm sure his manager and his quarterback coach and himself told Mary Kay to put it out there. And man, lasted one day. Faith, what's going on? Appreciate you tonight. Who else we got here? T, what's up? What's going on? What's up with you? Miami is in the building. I love CC. I don't listen to that stuff anymore. It's so negative. I don't eat it, girl. Stunning. Yvette, what's going on? Yeah, that all-season chat is something else. It really is. Miss Crystal Wise Williams, what's going on? Yep. Who we got here? Hello, everyone. Blessing. I saw Shedeur name, and I had to click on. Okay, we appreciate it. Stay here in Rockwood. We're going to have a good time. Steel T, what's up? Think I got everybody. think I got everybody. Let's get into this thing. Once again, Shedeur Sanders will dominate in his second year. This upcoming season. I have no doubt about it that Andrew Berry is rocking with Shedeur Sanders, because earlier, man, about 3 months ago, he said these words right here.
But you'd like to see him take a major step forward going into week 1.
During the game in Cincinnati, Nathan and I, before that final drive, said this is kind of.
Andrew Berry said he would like to see Shedeur take a final step going into week 1. Week 1 what? He ain't talking about no training camp. He ain't talking about no all-season workout program. He talking about the first game of the year. Yeah, Andrew Berry, once again, hey, need to see him get better for game 1. Andrew Berry out of his mouth.
But you'd like to see him take a major step forward going into week 1.
During the game in Cincinnati, Nathan and I, before that final drive, said this is kind of.
Yeah, it slipped out. Day 1, game 1. You're right. Day 1, game 1. We ain't worried about no quarterback competition. We're not worried about DG this year. We're not worried about Deshaun Watson this year. We're not worried about any quarterback they want to bring in to compete for that quarterback position, because they ain't going to be competing for QB1. We trying to figure out who his bag up going to be. That's what Andrew Berry want to know. What's up, Patrick Williams? We want to know, who will Shedeur Sanders bag up quarterback be? That's what we want to know. Will it be Deshaun Watson, or will it be Dylan Gabriel? Or will it be another quarterback they drafted? Because it won't be no pressure on Shedeur Sanders this year. Because after I heard what Boog said, yeah, he said he playing for us. Shedeur said he locked in for his fan base. Boog on G. Bush podcast.
You understand that the love and respect that he's earned from his fan base has been earned over years, because the people that are in that boat with him, they've walked some long miles with. They've been with him along the journey. You should go out just always.
We walked some long miles with Shedeur. Who would have thought I would be covering and talking about the Cleveland Browns on a Friday night? Man, you had told me that 2 years ago, I would have bet $1 million on, even though I don't have it. Yeah, I said, man, ain't no way in the world I'll be talking about no Cleveland Browns on a Friday night. Nah, not be wise. Not be wise, because just like Bull said, we've been supporting Shedeur journey. Miami, you know you wouldn't be on Friday night talking about no Cleveland Browns without Shedeur. Man, miss me. Hey, miss me with that Cleveland Brown. Ain't no way on a Friday night at 9 o'clock. Trying to hurry up and eat dinner, almost got choked and everything. Trying to get back home. So I can talk about the Cleveland Browns and this crazy franchise. But anyway, I ain't mean to stop that video, but I just wanted to point out. Miami said, sure won't. Faith, you know you wouldn't either. Rev Nelson said, nope, no way. Cleveland Brown, we ain't staying y'all. Ain't nobody staying y'all. We concerned about the journey of Shedeur Sanders, because we saw how y'all treated that brother. And that's why he said, hey, this ain't about me no more. This is not about me. I'm doing it for the fans. I'm doing it for them CU aunties and aunts. And everybody out there been following my journey. Boo.
He understands that the love and respect that he's earned from his fan base has been earned over years, because the people that are in that boat with him, they've walked some long miles with. They've been with him along the journey. You should go out just always just stick to what you've always stuck to, Shedeur. Just go out there and just be the best, bro. And before I could finish, he said, I did that already, and you see what happened. He said, I had to dig deeper than just being the best. When I realized being the best was sometimes your best is not good enough for certain people. So he said, so for me, it was those people that you call a cult or whatever, you know what I'm saying, which we know is just his loyal fan base who's walked with him. He said, at this point, I'm doing it for them. He said, it's bigger than me. He said, that's why I stuck through what I stuck through, and I fought through what I fought through, and why I'm still, he said, because like I said, you know, I'm good. right? Really, if it's just about me, and we said I had to find something bigger than me at this point, and those people that fight for me every day, he like, man, I'm doing it for them at this point.
Once again, Boog talking about Shedeur Sanders over there on G. Bush, the Barbershop Podcast, about the journey of Shedeur Sanders. That's the only reason why he said he had to push on is because of his fan base. His fan base. They rock with him. People who've been following his journey rock with him. He had to put that mental hat on and say, hey, even though Kevin Stefanski and the NFL treated me bad, they got me fourth on the depth chart behind some Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dylan Gabriel in training camp. Man, y'all must didn't know what Shedeur did at Colorado. And that's why Kevin got fired. And it good for him. Ain't it gonna be minor strange? Shedeur Sanders gonna start this year, but last year up under Kevin, he wasn't even good enough. That's strange work. And Kevin ended up getting another job. Man, where they do that at? Yeah. Where do they do that at, Miss Crystal Wise Williams? He didn't think Shedeur was good enough to start Steel T. He didn't think Shedeur was good enough to start. He didn't think Shedeur was good enough to be the bag-up quarterback. Reverend Nelson. Andrew Berry had to trade Joe Flacco so Shedeur could be the bag-up Kevin, the bag-up quarterback event. That's crazy. And Mac, he ended up in Atlanta for the head coach. He didn't win but 8 games out of 2 years. The last 2 years, family, 8 games, and got another head coaching job. They fired their coach who won at least 12 or 15 games so they can hire Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski thought Dylan Gabriel was a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. Let that sink in. He thought Dylan Gabriel was a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. Matter of fact, he even thought Dylan Gabriel was a bag-up quarterback better than Shedeur Sanders. That's some nasty work. And then he get fired and go get another job. Yeah, Peter, that's some nasty work, y'all. That is some nasty work. If it wasn't for Andrew Berry trading these people's off, my dog would still be in the man. He'd still be on the practice squad. But hey, Andrew Berry said, I ain't having it. I'm not having it. Here's Andrew Berry talking today. Jay, what's going on?
Comparison to maybe where we were coming out of the 2020 season, where in 2020 when we got here, our biggest priority was surrounding, our young quarterback Baker Mayfield at the time with as much as possible to make sure that the offense could get off the ground. Now, we had a very patchwork defense at the time, and going into 21, it was obvious to anyone who had any, 2 eyes watching football where our investments would be. I think we're in a similar spot here, just with the opposite sides of the ball. So that, question is less candidate specific. Anyone we talked to understood that made the most sense. So there was probably very little time in terms of okay, where are we actually going to invest our resources this offseason?
How much is it in terms of when you collaborate with a coach, what they're...
That's Andrew Berry. Then you know his strategy. When Baker Mayfield was there, his priority was fixing the defensive side of the ball because he understood the defense needed help. Now, 4 years later, he's saying that, hey, we are in a similar situation except for the opposite side of the ball. Our defense is good, but our offense is struggling. With a young quarterback, I got to provide him some help. That's what he's saying. Get your duel, a offensive line. What's up, Chad Griffin? What's up, Coach G? What's up, Jag? Get him an offensive line. Get him a wide receiver and let Shedeur cook. It's up to the new coach, Todd Monken, a offensive genius, to groom Shedeur to be a better quarterback, just like he did Lamar Jackson. He don't have to be Lamar Jackson. We just want a better version of Shedeur from last year. from last year. That's all. Make the team better around Shedeur, especially on the offensive side of the ball. The offensive line, make it better. If they don't want to get another wide receiver, that's fine. Just give Shedeur enough time to throw the football. That's all I want to see. Give him an offensive line that can block better than number 68. I don't want to see Cam Robinson nowhere near Shedeur this year. Nowhere near. Nowhere. I want you to hear this video. A lot of people are saying that the Cleveland Browns is the worst team still in the NFL. They predicting they won't win but 5 games this year. I'm here to tell y'all, the Cleveland Browns are not that far away from winning, from having a winning season. They not that far away. They just got to do the things that I just said. And many of you already know what they need to do. Fix the offensive line, find a number 1 wide receiver other than Jerry Jeudy. Well, here's my man telling them right here.
Pieces, a lot of the same philosophy will stick around. And Andrew Berry, we talk about what he did in 2025. His draft class was outstanding. I mean, and we talk about the hits he had. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Carson Swessinger. You talk about what you loved in Quinshot Judkins and what he did when he was out there healthy. Harold Fannin probably should have got Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know why he got snubbed, to be honest. Gabriel has proved to be a good backup at least, and now he gets to work with Monken. Sampson stepped in nicely for, you know, what he did for Judkins when he got hurt, and also the undrafted rookie free agents. This was a guy that nailed Isaiah Bond, Gage Larverdane, who was their star punt returner. He also had Aiden Huntington, another defensive tackle that he was able to grab as an undrafted rookie free agent. And when Judkins went down, Rocket Sanders stepped up and played really well. So if Andrew Berry can have another draft like he did in 2025, going into 2026, the Browns could be in position to be competitive and get to one of these postseason spots. Again, they won their last 2 games against division opponents. I know everybody around them is going to get better, but this team is not as far off as you may think.
Okay, so while you were speaking this entire time, I was taking notes so we can talk about your stance here. They haven't sat atop of the AFC North since the 80s. There's no Njoku next season, something to remember. No wide receiver outside of Jerry Jeudy scored a touchdown last season. Let's remember that, so they'll need some help there. So now your quarterback room currently looks like Sanders, Watson, and Dylan Gabriel. I mean, do they add a bridge quarterback? That's still yet to be determined. We don't know if Shedeur is their guy just yet. And their impending free agent list, I mean, it's the entire starting offensive line. So we don't even know if those guys are even coming back. So you do need to build around whoever is going to be under center. So you talk about the draft. Yes, they will need to draft extremely well, but is this a desirable place for free agents? Yet to be seen. That is my argument. We heard his. Go ahead.
I will say this, though. Listen, Kiana, I am 78 years old. Just because I don't hate watch Shedeur Sanders, it allows me to look 44 because that ages you. Sometimes you get ages. So my thing is, if you are looking at the game just from a football perspective, you realize a lot of those things that you listed are not as big of an issue as it may be perceived. So we just talked about that offensive line.
That's a problem.
You sure you want some of those guys back? Like you saw how they. So the thing is, they could still get better. We don't know, and I feel like they are in the right position to get better. And they already have experience on the roster. Deshaun Watson is coming back. He's healthy. We'll see them battle it out. Him, Shedeur, and also Dylan Gabriel. I think you have your veteran right there in the middle in Deshaun Watson, bookend by 2 second-year players in Gabriel and Sanders.
We'll see how.
That's what you do, big dog. Let her know. That's what you do. Shut down that noise, Emery Hunt. Shut her down. He said, I'm not hate watching Shedeur. That make you old. That make you look like Mary Kay. I'm not hate watching Shedeur. That's the way you shut her down. She had to sit there and just listen after that. Yeah. Talking about, are you sure with that offensive line? Ma'am, did you hear him? Did you see the team? He said with another offensive line. With that offensive line? He just said if he fixed the offensive line, get another wide receiver, they going to be okay. They not that far off. Are you sure any free agents want to go there? That's why we're bringing in another offensive line. Shut it down. Shut that hate watching down. We ain't hate watching. We not hate watching Shedeur. That make you old. That make you tired. Emory Hunt. Stand up in that paint, Emory Hunt. Stand up. Stand up in that paint. My dog. Shut it down. Shut that down. But once again, man, please. I don't care what nobody say. If Andrew Berry hit on this upcoming draft like he did the last draft, the Cleveland Browns is not that far from being a good, decent team. They're just not. Not with that defense they got coming back. You got Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, and you got Carson Swenson, the linebacker. Man, this defense going to be right. And the only thing they need to do on offense, score a little bit more points. That's it. That is it. And they played Atlanta Falcons this year, the whole NFC South. They played Tampa Bay, they played the Falcons, they played Carolina and New Orleans. We ain't scared of them. We're going to beat all of them. We're going to beat all of them, y'all. We're going to beat all of them. Shedeur going to be just fine. I have no doubt about Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. Let's listen to Bucket of what he had to say. Say he misses bros. Bucket say he misses bros.
Just playing my role, bro. And I'm being a star in my role. And, like, just being comfortable with who I am and just really, truly loving the people around me, the people I'm working with, and just being a star in your role. You're not envying anybody else. It's not like I want to be this, I want to be that. Oh, that should be me. In front of the camera, it's like, nah, you got to be great at what you do. Mm-hmm. Everybody just got to be comfortable with themselves and know who they are, and then you just got to be there for one another. Yeah. You know, we always around each other. We do everything together. Yeah. We don't only work together. We be out of town together. We vacation together. We fight together. We fight against each other also, but that strengthens it also. Yeah. You know, I've accepted a long time ago, like, the life I live is, like, not a life of my own. Like, I live, like, for everybody around me. So, like, I really don't even care about me. But as you get older, when different things, like, are gone or taken away, you like, dang, I should have cherished that more.
That's Bucket said, I'm just playing my role. I'm just playing my role. I'm not jealous. I'm not envious of Shiloh nor Shedeur. I'm just playing my role. I'm just playing my role. I like that, Bucket. I like that, big dog. He's supporting them guys, man. That's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing, y'all. As Bucket say, it's a beautiful thing. But once again, Shedeur will dominate in his second year as QB1. He'll get the proper treatment when training camp start. It's going to be a movie. You hear me? It's going to be a movie when Shedeur and the Cleveland Browns report to training camp. OTAs, man. It's going to be crazy, y'all. It's going to be off the chain, family. I can't wait to see it. When he take that first snap, it going to kill him. Mary Kay, Tony Grosser, it going to kill them when Shedeur roll out there with the first team offense and take that first snap. Last year, he was down on the field throwing to janitors, throwing the ball in the trash can, empty buckets, coaching staff. I said, man, what they got going on? They got Shedeur down there on the bottom of the field throwing to a coach. No players that own the team. A coach and a janitor working. What? It ain't been a year, family. They had Shedeur at the Kevin Stefanski, man, I'll be upset. He should be banned from the NFL. Let's keep it. Kevin Stefanski should be banned from the NFL. He shouldn't be allowed to head coach, call a game in the booth. He shouldn't be allowed to attend a football game. That's crazy. That's some nasty work they got going on. That's nasty, y'all. Yeah, they had a 9 slave man, straight slavery. I don't know if he was playing his role with the NFL or what. I know the collusion part was going on, but dog, Shedeur had to be a strong dude to put up with that, y'all. He had to be, man. Shedeur had to be strong mentally, as Boog would say, to put up with that. Knowing you was the best quarterback in college. You go to a team that don't have a quarterback, didn't have a quarterback, and when you went to the team, you saw Joe Flacco at 42 years old. You saw Kenny Pickett, who was a bust at Pittsburgh, and then they drafted Dylan Gabriel. And Deshaun Watson is injured. They drafted you in the 5th round, and you get to camp and you see these guys, you know you better than them, but the head coach put you down on the field by yourself. That's some nasty work. Nasty. Had no attention to play him at all. At all. Until Andrew Berry traded Kenny Pickett away. 4 games later, he traded Joe Flacco away. Kevin Stefanski still wouldn't let Shedeur practice with the #1 offense when he was named the backup quarterback. How ridiculous is that, y'all? I'm just trying to tell y'all, how ridiculous is that? Who do that? And then they wonder why they get so, man, they wonder why they get talked about so bad, so much as a football team. And the stuff that get reported out of there don't make no sense. And then the owner come up and say, hey, I don't know why people keep saying we so dysfunctional. What? You don't know why. What kind of rock you living up on? You in Stone Mountain up on a rock? You live in a cave? Yeah. Do Jimmy Haslam live in Stone Mountain? Do he live in a cave? He said he can't understand why people saying they are a dysfunctional organization. What? You don't. Yeah. When you hear that word out of touch, yeah, he out of touch, big dog. He got so much $1 million, he just out of touch. I guess he don't go online, look what people saying. I guess he don't watch no TV, no radio, listen to no radio or nothing. He got to be out of touch. If you don't think that's dysfunctional, you got to be crazy. You know what opened their eyes? To realize that Shedeur was that dude when Shedeur ran on the field of the Baltimore game, when that crowd went crazy. When they went crazy, that owner probably said, oh, damn, listen to the crowd. Listen. Boy, they hollering Shedeur. Well, it was so loud when Shedeur came in the game. And then, this the head scratcher, I bet he said, when Shedeur went down, I think he hurt his leg, his knee, or somebody stepped on his hand. One tell of them, he had to go out for a series, and they rolled DG out there. Man, they booed them so loud, man. I said, dog. DG went out there, they said, boo. I said, yeah. hey. They stepped on his hand, man. They stepped on this dude's hand. They booed him so loud. I bet the owner, Jimmy, was on his phone just looking at his emails and stuff, probably seeing how much stock he done raised. He heard that boo came up. I bet he said, God, dog, what they booing? They booing Dylan Gabriel. Your computer quarterback, they booed him out the field. Shedeur had to go back in the next play. Said, I got this, big dog. DG looking around like, man, you don't get off this field. Get your ass, get on somewhere. Don't you hear the boos? Don't you hear them booing you, Dylan Gabriel? That's some nasty work, Case. Hey, that is some nasty work. I bet Jimmy said, damn, we can't put him back out there. I bet you. hey, JR, I bet Jimmy said, hey, all that damn booing. Man, I couldn't even hear my phone say ding, ding. You know, my money, I was counting my money for the stock market. It was going off. Man, they booing so. Do not put him back out there. I love CC. Matt, don't put Dylan Gabriel back out there. I don't give a damn I don't care what kind of computer brain you got. Yeah, he better hurry. He better save his money. He better save his money because he ain't finna be on this team acting like this. What's going on? Were they booing Kevin or they booing Dylan Gabriel? Boss, they were booing both of them. But don't worry, but tell him, hold on, I'm gonna fire Kevin ass after this season. And he can take Dylan Gabriel with him also. Hey, that shit crazy, man. It's some nasty work, man. The NFL, boy, y'all do some nasty. Y'all set my dude up, man. Y'all set my dog up, man. I don't like it. They had him, Shedeur Sanders, the #1 quarterback coming out of college. They had him on the bottom of the field, throwing to janitors, equipment manager, coaches, no players. They had him at the bottom of the field doing training camp. That's nasty word. Kevin get fired, then he get another job. In my home state. He did all that, got fired, and then get another job. And now, 10 months later, it ain't even been a year, family. Shedeur Sanders finna be the starting quarterback. What in the world? What? And Jimmy Haslam had the nerve at that press conference saying, I don't know why y'all keep talking about my organization, talking about, we don't know what we doing. You don't. You really don't. Yeah, he got to be living in Stone Mountain or North Carolina Hills 1. He had one tell him he had no idea of what's going on. No wonder he got Andrew Berry running his football team because he living up on a rock. He living up on a rock. If he don't think people, the NFL, when you hear Uncle Steve said the doo-doo Browns, yeah, he must ain't heard none of that. He said, I don't know why y'all keep talking about the Cleveland Brown organization being dysfunctional. What the hell? You don't have 25 quarterbacks, big dog. Who doing that? You don't have 25 quarterbacks. What the hell do you supposed to think, big dog? Okay, I know you got a lot of money, a lot of stuff, right? Jimmy Haslam. Your team for 2 years didn't win but 8 games. So why wouldn't nobody think that your franchise ain't no good, dysfunctional? You ain't won but 8 games out of 2 years, big dog. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, big dog. You building a multi-million-dollar, $1 billion stadium, and you ain't worried about your football team, the product on the field. You really were going to let Kevin Stefanski trick you with Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel as a franchise quarterback. Come on, Jimmy. Come on. Bruh. Come on. Come on. Come on. But hey, as my granddad and my grandma say, it ain't too late to change. It ain't too late to change. You got a quarterback with Shedeur Sanders. You got a good quarterback. Only thing now, you just need to build around Shedeur. Seems like you're going to have I'm not sure how good your head coach is going to be for as managing the game, right? For as on the field, know when to how to manage the clock, when to call a timeout, when to challenge a play with the flag. I don't know how well he gonna manage the game, but for his play calling, developing quarterbacks, you did good. Little old in age, and I get that, but hey, his track record let me know that he's going to develop Shedeur Sanders in the best quarterback that he possibly can be. And that's a good sign. Now, how he managed the game, because he never had to do that before, it's remained to be seen. It's going to be remaining to be seen. But I got faith in Todd Monken. I believe if Andrew Berry, just like he said he was going to do, with the rest of the roster, everything going to be fine. Do some things on that offensive side of the ball to make the team better. Boaz, the offensive line, he's going to need about 6 offensive line. And he's going to need another tight end because in Njoku, he's gone. That ain't going to bring him back. And your tight end, Fanning, he was injured the last 2 games. So we're going to need another tight end. And your running back got hurt also with Quinshawn Junkin. We don't know if he can last another season, all 17 games. But it won't hurt to add another running back to the room either. So you just got a lot of pieces. And I don't believe you're going to be able to fix them all in 1 year. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not going to be able to fix it. You can get some players in there. They might all not be that good. But you can bring some players in that better than what you got right now. I know. But it's going to take you about 2 or 3 years to fix the offensive side of the ball. If Shedeur do what he's supposed to do, lock in, he can make your team look better. If he can take that team from this year and win 5 games, win it. Shit. Man, shoot. I mean, he won 3 games. Man, Shedeur can at least win you 7 or 8 games if you just make the offensive line better. All 5 players across the board. If you make them better, Shedeur Sanders can win you 7 or 8 games. But if you show enough lock in, get him a good wide receiver or 2, get him a good, healthy tight end and running back, and that defense come to play, Shedeur Sanders win you 10, 11 games. Show enough then. You can win the division. You ain't worrying about Pittsburgh. You ain't worried about Baltimore. We ain't worrying about Cincinnati. We can do this thing. We can do this thing. We can do this thing, family. We can do it. They can win. Just get the trenches right. Get that offensive line right and let Shedeur cook. And if he do that, Shedeur Sanders will dominate. He will dominate in his 2nd year as the Cleveland Browns quarterback. Everywhere he been, the 2nd year has been his best. When he was at Jackson State, his 2nd year, they was 11-1. 11-1. When they went to Colorado, his 2nd year, they was 9-3. When Shedeur go into his 2nd year, history tells you that. He tried to tell y'all that during the combine, but you came back with the lies talking about he trying to be cocky. He trying to think we owe him this. No, he telling you because he know y'all didn't do your research. You wasn't following Colorado because you were hating. Emory Hunt said you were hate watching. Emory Hunt said y'all hate watching. You hating. He was just trying to let you know you'll be a fool not to draft me because I'm locked in. Boy, I'm like Future. I'm married to the game. Yeah, you ain't like that, did you? I know you didn't, but I'm going to let you know. He said, I'm like Future, the rapper. I'm married to the game. Shedeur was letting you know. You thought he was being cocky. You thought he was being arrogant. He was just letting you know. Boy, if you ain't trying to change your franchise, I ain't the one for you. I ain't about that losing shit. That's what he want to tell you. Boy, I'm going to lock in. I'm going to figure this thing out. I'm going to figure it out. He almost got Baltimore when he came in that game. When Dylan Gabriel got hurt, Shedeur almost got him. They were roughing Shedeur up. The game speed was too fast for him. It was too fast for him. It was too fast for him. The game was too fast for him. They kept sacking. They kept putting that pressure on. But that last drive, that boy locked in. He almost had him. If Lavin Gage had caught that pass in the end zone, the game been over. Touchdown. Shedeur throw a rocket. Yes, he should have went. He should have dumped it down to Jerry Judy coming across. But no. Fourth and what? 4th and 10? Shit, I'm going for it. We finna end this shit right now. Whoop. Gage hit him in the hand. Missed. I said, God. Boy, that would have been a touchdown. It would have been over. But he came back that next week and went to where? Las Vegas. And went out there and put on a show. What? Went out there and put on a show. So don't tell me Shedeur ain't going to lock in this second year. He know what to expect. He know what everything they going to throw at him. He done got used to the game speed. All he need is the offensive line just block for one more second. And a wide receiver to run on every play. Hustle on every play. Get out your breaks. Get off the line of scrimmage and get in your route and let's go. That's what he needs. Every play. It don't matter if it's hot. It don't matter if it's cold, raining, or in the snow. Shedeur gonna show up. He just needs somebody else to come along with him. Just needs somebody else to come along with him. Jackson State, he told you, he did it. His second year, he did it. Colorado, second year, he did it. You judge a man and a person by their history. That's his history. That's his history. Coach Prime ain't lying to you, baby. Coach Prime done told you, boy, I lie to you, boy, I lie to you. He will figure this thing out. He gonna figure it out. Bull just told you. Boy, Shedeur said, Shedeur said, man, what else I supposed to do? I'm out here killing them in practice. What they said, I'm out here doing them in practice. They won't let me in, Bull. What you want me to do? What I should do? I'm good. I'm locked in. I'm out here killing this defense. And they said, I'm out here putting that smoke to them. Coach won't let me play. They won't let me play. They won't let me play. I'm out here killing them. I'm putting that thing on them in practice. I just need to get in the game. Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game. They messed around and put him in the game. You ain't heard about no supercomputer. You ain't heard about no Dylan Gabriel since Shedeur been in the game. He shut it down. You don't hear Mary Kay even talking about Dylan Gabriel. Tony Grossman don't even mention Dylan Gabriel's name. Lord, Layman, all of them. You don't hear nobody talking about Dylan Gabriel or how well he processed it. It was all lies by Kevin Stefanski to put it out there to keep Shedeur off the field. Super, you don't hear that no more, Miss Janet. You don't hear no super computer no more. You don't hear it no more. Bunch of lies to keep Shedeur off the field. I ain't never understood that. Maybe Kevin didn't want to draft Shedeur and he had to prove it to Andrew Berry. But Andrew Berry got the last laugh. Andrew Berry fired his ass, got him up out of there. Got him up out of there. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Yeah, I ain't forgot when I was in the 5th grade. I ain't forgot. Get out of here. See you later. After a while, crocodile. Yeah, once again, family, Shedeur Sanders will dominate. He will dominate in his second year as the Cleveland Browns quarterback. He will do that. He gonna do that, y'all. He gonna dominate. Don't worry. Don't fret. He gonna do that. We gonna hear a lot of stuff about different quarterbacks. They worried about a quarterback and they need an offensive line. I'm talking about the media, the Cleveland media. They need an offensive line and they worried about the quarterback. No matter what quarterback you bring in there, he's not gonna perform like Shedeur did last year with that same offensive line. The offensive line is bad. They terrible. They horrible. They were the worst in the NFL last year. They was ranked number 32. The wide receiver was ranked number 31. They was bad. And they made their quarterback look bad. That's why he getting the bad reps. That's why he throws some of them interceptions. You get Shedeur a good offensive line that's some decent wide receivers, he's not going to throw them in an interception. He didn't do it at Jackson State. He didn't do it at Colorado. Hell, he didn't even do it when y'all had that quarterback track up. Your offensive line coach wasn't no good. It's a good thing that new head coach Todd Monken is bringing a new offensive line coach to Cleveland. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. Can't do nothing but with an offensive line. You must have an offensive line if you want to move the ball. If your offense is supposed to be one of the best in the NFL, you got to have a good offensive line. Your trenches got to be good. That go for Colorado and Coach Prime too. Yeah, in order for Juju to flourish and be the quarterback that he wants to be, and everybody is looking for him to be, Coach Prime offensive line better be the best offensive line in college. He can't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. I don't care how fast your wide receivers are. I don't care how fast your running back is. I don't care how good your quarterback is. They cannot play at a high level if your offensive line is the worst in your conference, in your division. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. If your quarterback is on the run all the time, it's because of your offensive line. Your trenches. That's what Cleveland need to fix. That's what Colorado got to have. A good offensive line. And both of the teams will take off. They will take off. Fix your offensive line and your team gonna be good. Because the defensive side of the ball on the line is straight. Myles Garrett, them, they straight. They are straight. No matter how good your quarterback is. I tell you what, we all saw the Super Bowl, right? Drake May. You know why he was bad? Because the offensive line was bad. Will, the left tackle for New England, man, they were pushing that dude all in the backfield. The offensive line was bad. They skated through. New England skated through the playoffs. They played in the snow against a bag-up quarterback and won the game. Barely. Barely. They beat the other team. I forgot who the team was because it was snowing, the weather. If everything was dry and the weather was good, no way New England would have made it to the Super Bowl. You know why? Because they left tackle, the left side of their offensive line was real bad. And when they went and played in the Super Bowl out there in California, when the weather was good, it showed up on. Showed up on. Yeah, the Broncos. Appreciate it, FD. Yeah. It showed up. When the weather and the climate was good and everybody was feeling good, it showed up. The weakness on the offensive line for New England showed up. Because Seattle wasn't doing that but kicking field goal. Once they start kicking the field goal, the first field goal, okay, we still can win. They kicked that second field goal. It's 6-0. Okay, we still in it. The offensive line still couldn't get going. They kicked another field goal. It was 9-0. 9-0. They still felt good about themselves because they know all we need to do is score a touchdown and kick a field goal. That'll give us 10, right? But it's still 9-0. Well, they couldn't score. They went down there and kicked. Seattle went down there and kicked another field goal. 12. 12-0. All right? We still good. We still got a good possibility. But check this out. Seattle scored that touchdown. It was over after that. When they scored that first touchdown, it was over. 19-0, over with. Over with. Because Will Campbell, the left tackle, got beat like a drum on the offensive line. Every play, they were pushing him in the backfield. Pushing him, kept pushing. Offensive line. Same thing, and it's going to be with Cleveland. Cleveland got to fix that offensive line. Shedeur could not sit back there and go through his progression because of the offensive line last year. K-Saw, anybody, all on for Colorado. They couldn't go through their progression because of the offensive line. If Coach Prime and the Colorado football team have fixed that, if they have fixed their offensive line and they play good, Juju gonna tear them up. Juju gonna have a field day with them wide receivers. But that offensive line gotta be right. If that offensive line ain't good, Juju gonna struggle. But if that offensive line good, he gonna blossom. Cleveland, if your offensive line good, Shedeur gonna look like a superstar. They really gonna get mad because he's really going back to the Pro Bowl this upcoming year. Shedeur Sanders will dominate in his second year as the Cleveland Browns quarterback if Andrew Berry fix that offensive line. They fix that offensive line and get a good running game going, it's over with. It's over with in Colorado and Cleveland. That offensive line will take you some more places. Your offensive line will win you some games. Your offensive line will win you some games. Shedeur Sanders will dominate his second year as the Cleveland Browns QB1. Right here on Sports Talk. We'll be watching. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Chat, y'all the number one. Matt, Revenues, I Love CC, Crystal Wide Williams, Smiley Mom, all of y'all. I appreciate y'all tonight. Miss Janet, appreciate y'all tonight. Miami, appreciate you. Calvin Shepard, I appreciate y'all tonight. Appreciate you, chat. Happy Valentine's Day. I won't do no live show tomorrow. I got to be with my loved one, Coach G. I see you. Appreciate you tonight. Yvette, appreciate you. Read my bell. Case G, what's going on? I appreciate you. Matt, Steel T, I see y'all. Vet, it won't be no live show for the next 2 days, all right? Brian Johnson, I see you. Coach CJ, Reverend Nelson, I appreciate y'all. I'll be back Monday for the live show. I got to spend time with my loved one the next 2 nights. Now I probably won't even have no service on my phone. So I'll be going away. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to pre-record three videos so I can have posted for tomorrow. All right? FD, I see y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yvette, appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I really do. All right? I really do. Faith Nicholas, appreciate you. Y'all the best, chat. You the best. Thank you for rocking with Sports Talk with B. Watts. Miss Janet, I appreciate you tonight. Peter, what's going on? I appreciate you tonight, Peter. Appreciate you. Miss Diane Brown is in the building. Appreciate y'all tonight. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Y'all what make Sports Talk with B. Watts rolling. Appreciate y'all. Mel McClendon, I appreciate you tonight. Michael Lockhart, y'all have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. Matt, have a good weekend. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. I think I tried to get everybody. JR, have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself, brother. Miss Detroit, Gemini, have a good weekend. Love you. Appreciate your support. Steel T-Dub, Coach CJ, playing for Birdie. Appreciate you. Brian Johnson, Case. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love CC. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all tonight. I appreciate y'all tonight. Yes, I do. Y'all have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. I'll be back Monday with a live show. All right?
Sanders boys about to go live. I hope y'all ready. We better have some fun. Hey, sons, are y'all ready?
Are you practicing to practice or are you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
Today's supposed to come. You on the way.